Welcome back, everyone. It's your boy, Mr. Pow Pow, as we're taking care of a Pelipper and a Loudred that decided to cross my path. It's okay. Nerp and Gotherp have this covered. In the meantime, though, Alex, I have a confession to make.
Oh, what?
And this technically isn't the time for an anime update, but I have a confession to make.
You haven't watched anything?
I have done the unthinkable.
What?
After the podcast last night and after the discussions that we had, I decided to pick up My Hero Academia again. And it stuck this time. Actually.
And you liked it this time?
Yes. So much so that I went to bed extremely late watching episodes. I'm not sure what did it this time, but I know how you feel about mainstream anime and anime that is probably going to last more than 100 episodes.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry.
Burns.
Forgive me, Alex, for I have sinned.
I damn you to hell.
See, and some people actually expected you to say, anime card, give it to me. No, Alex kind of agrees with my sentiment on the whole gatekeeping of fandoms. So, sorry guys, he's not going to take away my anime card.
No.
And I do actually have a proper anime update. However, that'll have to wait until Hat in Time, and it's not Gundam. The only reason it's not Gundam is I've now hit that wonderful phase where my kids like to hoard the DVD player. Why? Because my wife decided to show them Disney movies.
Oh.
And they like it. And so I will never get access to a DVD player ever again. We actually had a point where, because people don't know this about my eldest daughter, she does not stand still while watching. She just can't do it. Andrea decided while folding laundry to pull out Sword in the Stone and watch it. You know, we just found it in the DVDs, and she decided to pull it out. I literally came downstairs. My daughter was sitting down and pleasantly watching The Sword in the Stone.
Nice.
That doesn't happen. She usually has massive ADD and has to be doing something else. Alex, you can attest to this.
She gets that from her father.
Yep.
What are you trying to say?
Well, if you say she has ADD, then she gets it from you.
Are you trying to say that I have ADD?
Oh, you have it.
I guess the only reaction I have to that is, oh, look, shiny. Hi, Captain America poster. I like you. Anyway, so welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. I wish I could say that major things were going to be happening in this part, but it's going to be more path clearing.
Okay.
As we're clearing out the route below Mount Pyre, which is technically useful, as a lot of people pointed out to me, but it's useful in the concept of if you have an actual game clock, which, again, I'm playing on an emulator, so it's not, because you get access to the garden, to a garden area to be able to plant a bunch of seeds.
Right.
You don't get access to that with a game clock because, well, trees don't grow back.
Yeah, your internal battery's dead.
Funniest thing, when you don't have the passage of time, it no longer works. It's kind of like Stardew Valley, only not. Because Stardew Valley has an in-game clock. I don't know where I was going with this, but I was going somewhere.
By the way, need to do a little correction for something we were talking about in Leaf Green. Regards to the movie. So, according to Takeshi Shuda's notes on the movie, this is the first Pokemon movie, Ash was not killed when Mewtwo and Mew's Psychic Blast collided with him, nor did the tears actually bring him back to life. Instead, the blast caused him to become petrified and the tears restored him. So no, he wasn't intended to die at all. He was petrified.
Just like
Still should have died.
Just like Basilisk.
I'm sorry, but that the same aesthetic happens here. Like, it's just as dumb as in Dragon Ball, I'm slipping into another dimension. It doesn't make sense. I think even card captors had this problem, didn't it? Where you couldn't deal with the concept of death, so like a lot of the mortal danger that the cards provided, you couldn't treat that as actual legitimate danger. They had to write it off as something else.
Yeah, a lot of the times. That's why you don't go with the bastardized card captors.
Well, I mean, the bastardized card captors was what Kids WB put up.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, even if somehow you do manage to find, and I've seen them occasionally, but manage to find essentially the relatively unaltered, because it still is localized heavily, but at least it had all the episodes in their proper order. We didn't have the Kids WB bullshit of skipping around.
see, I don't necessarily, like, I get the problem with the Kids WB skipping around stuff, but again, that intro was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'll give it to that. I liked the intro of it. I liked the Japanese plenty fine. I like it. I really love it, in fact, but I still like the
I actually kind of wish that if they did, because they did the re-release on Blu-ray, right? I'm guessing it's not an extra feature to have that.
No, because
they don't have the assets to it.
Yeah, assets,
or the rights, rather.
Whatever. Plus, again, it's a localized version, so the Japanese might even say we don't want it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that intro was actually pretty damn cool. That intro is what got me into card captors, and I never finished the series because
I did a video on this. I don't know if you ever saw. It was a little while ago where I did my favorite dubbed themes. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I think so. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, because I also put the card captors theme on my.
Yeah, because that was actually really cool, and I just like, that's the one part where I have to scratch my head on all of the issues that actually happened out of the card captors debacle. Is nobody secured the rights to have that intro play, or like, I get that you couldn't have the actors come back and all that, and frankly, I wouldn't have a problem with redubbing Cardcaptor Sakura. However, like, it needs to be in the right company, not NIS America.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and say for the record, and Andrea, you're welcome. I watched a little bit of the NIS America dub.
I told you it's bad.
It's horrible. You're welcome.
Okay.
Just stick to the Japanese.
Oh, it's horrible. Like, I'm not saying that, like, Okay, before people jump down my throat, I am not saying that Cardcaptor's dub was Shakespeare, okay? But it's better than what you got with NIS America.
It really is. It's bad. I even said that when I unboxed it and kind of compared it way back in the day when I first got the Blu-ray. I was like, you know what? The Canada dub sounds better by comparison.
Are you saying that the one that we got when we were, younger and we watched it on TV was better than the one that you're describing?
Yeah, because it was actually because the one we saw on TV was dubbed up in Canada, so you have some relative professionalism because they did a lot of other anime dubs in that era, but the one NIS put on was one that was created during the series tenure.
Dude, literally,
in
NIS.
Asia.
The actors that you hire, are they literally, you went to a college campus one day and said, hey, you want to voice act?
It wasn't.
Except you went to a math class, not even to a theater class. You went to like a math class and got your people. Because some of them are, I don't even want to say they're boards. I think that's an insult to the board.
It wasn't NIS who commissioned the dub. It's one of those old ones that was produced in Asia for English audiences in that region. So, and of course, when you got to find like native speakers, you're probably not going to find a whole lot of actors.
Well, and the issue like with that is that this is not necessarily a practice that they've gotten out of. I've even seen some future NIS ones where they have the same issue.
Yeah.
And so at that point, no, still not forgiving you for that. And what's really worrying to me, and I'm just gonna, if you might give me the soapbox for a second, Alex.
Yeah.
I've heard talk that Right Stuff is like, they're trying to secure a way to be able to take some of the Gundam series that are only subbed and have NIS dub them.
I don't think they'll have NIS.
And I'm just saying this for the record. If this is even remotely true, which I'm not sure if it is,
I don't think
Right Stuff, I love you. You have been able to bring so much to me, and I'm so thankful for it. If you do this, I will literally cry an ocean. I will literally do it. Because, like, there are dubs I want to see. There are dubs of Gundam Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try and the new one, Build Drivers, I think is what it's called. I want to see that stuff. Hell, I'd probably even rewatch Victory in all of its stupidity if it was dubbed, just to see if a dub could fix it. But no. Like, this is the weirdest thing that I've never understood. Funimation holds the rights to Iron-Blooded Orphans. Why don't they have the rights to other Gundam series by now? Like, they should at least have Wing by now. And they don't. And that's the cast that I want to see do this.
I think Right Stuff has Gundam Wing.
Oh, no, but what I'm saying is, like, the streaming rights and I think even the Blu-ray production rights for IBO are owned by Funimation. And so at that point, like, why doesn't Funimation have the rest? Why don't they have Wing so that they can save the dub? Kind of thing. That's my issue.
Because Sunrise is stupid.
They kind of are. Yeah, I can't even deny that.
Yeah, so I was right. Gundam Wing is held by Nozomi Entertainment. Well, it's licensed by Sunrise, but Nozomi Entertainment, which is Right Stuff's own merchandising brand, is the one going to be putting that out on home.
But they have the original dub for it, so it's okay.
Yeah, probably. And Gundam Seed is getting a new treatment by New York. Well, by New York, yeah, NYAV Post.
But they're still keeping the original one in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because then I'm tempted to experiment, but I don't necessarily need to. And now we're boring the ever-loving crap out of Andrea because she doesn't care about a dub. But yeah, no, seriously, please Right Stuff. If you're going to do that, please contact the teams that care. Please contact the teams that actually do have voice actors that know what the frick they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it has to be Funimation. I mean, Viz has actually a really good dubbing arm. You can do them too. In fact, a lot of Viz people have done Gundam. I'd be okay with that. But please, just don't go down that whole oceanic dub that happened with like Build Fighters Try. That was painful to watch. Painful. Because I want to see actual, actors get paid for this work.
Yes.
And now that I've done that rant over, I know it's not entirely likely that will happen, but if it does, I will literally cry an ocean, and Alex will watch me do it.
Yeah.
He'll probably join me, because that will be a horrible, horrible decision. I mean, for crying out loud, like, even the new guys that are stepping into Funimation are great, as far as I am concerned. A lot of the new actors that I'm hearing for series like Attack on Titan and My Hero Academia, they sound good. They sound like they know what they're doing. And putting them next to Chris Sabat works. And putting them next to Sean Schemmel works. So let's keep this crap going. Let's not do the craptastic dubs anymore.
Yeah. Oh, Stephanie Shea is going to play Lacus Klein in the new Seed dub.
The name sounds familiar.
Let's see. I'm trying to think something. Yeah, you would know her for Your Name. She was the
lead girl.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I still like the original Lacus.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And nothing will ever beat her.
Chantel Strand is a regular voice, while Jillian Michaels does her singing voice. That's from the old Ocean dub.
There is actually a separate dub for singing, isn't there?
Yeah, sometimes there is and sometimes there isn't. Depends.
See, I have to actually think of it, like, occasionally with Japanese music, I have to think, like, some people aren't Utada Hikaru and actually doing it in both English and Japanese. Some people actually can't do that.
Well, some don't even bother dubbing songs.
Yeah.
ADV Films almost never dubbed their songs.
Speaking of Seed, somebody asked if you could clarify something on it. Is it just Seed that's getting this, or is Destiny getting it too?
Both of them are.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Because we hadn't talked about it in a while, and they reached out to me. I'm going, I know Seed's getting it, but I couldn't remember if Destiny was. And I guess the other thing is, will they include the other ending for Destiny? The one that actually is good. The one that doesn't end with Shin and Lunamaria crying on the moon. We're emo teens. Ah!
Well, it's pretty much whatever they're going off the remaster from that they did in like 2011. So that's, I don't know. And again, I don't know the differences between the remaster and the original, other than there was a lot of animation cleanups, a lot of scenes were trimmed and
we'll double check it because I can tell you what the extra ending is.
Yeah,
I've shown it to you, haven't I?
I think
I've
so.
got it.
Yeah, I think you've shown it to me.
And yeah, that ending works out so much better, especially at the very end when Shin finds out who Kira is and realizes, like, this is the guy I've been fighting this whole time and I've been resentful for, and eventually, like, kind of installing a bunch of the three-ship alliance people as the new world government. Because, frankly, you know, they were the ones that were trustworthy. They weren't the ones coming up with a destiny plan.
Oh, and another one you'd know Stephanie Shea for. You remember the Valley Girl kind of villain in Sonic, in the Sonic game, the last Sonic game we played, Sonic Lost World.
Oh, was she that one?
Yeah, she was that one.
The Envy one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Jiminy Christmas. Okay. Yeah, I do like the acting there. So
yeah, I like Stephanie Shea. She's got good range.
Yeah, there you go.
And she's Yui. Yeah, that's right. And she's Yui.
Oh, from K-On?
Yeah.
Okay, then she's got good range, but I'll forgive her for that one.
Yui is love.
By the way, since you brought up Yui, this is actually something that somebody actually has a very good theory as to why I'm not as big a K-On fan as you are.
Oh.
And I want to bring it to you just to see what you think.
Okay.
Because of all the anime that I've actually listed off as I like, the theory is that I tend to like conflict in series that I like.
Yeah.
And because K-On has really no conflict,
yeah,
that's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on board with that.
That sounds reasonable. There are people who prefer a bit more meat to their plot.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like that for a while too, but I guess I've changed over the years. Not that I can't get behind a good conflict drama or something.
Sure.
Or a good action show.
I should cut in really quick. There was a magic cut that happened recently, so I've cleared out the paths. Mm-hmm. And this was around the time where I literally spent 40 minutes trying to figure out why the F I can't get into the Aqua hideout. And so I decided to cut that out so you guys didn't have to deal with it. But yeah, so now I've flown to Lava Ridge Town and we're going to be taking on the Team Magma hideout. So you're welcome. I didn't want to keep 40 minutes of me literally standing in Lily Cove City while looking at a website going, why the F can I not get into the Aqua hideout?
Right.
So there you go. That's the explanation for it. But anyway, back onto the dubs because we love them.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We in fact love them. And I actually agree with that. Like, that's one of the reasons why Slice of Life doesn't work for me, is I do tend to like some form of conflict in the shows that I watch. I can do a drama, but dramas, especially based around school, those don't bring good memories to me. They really don't. I don't have good memories of high school like Alex does. I really don't.
Right.
So... sorry.
Again, I would say a caveat to that, most of my good memories are just extracurricular stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff I enjoyed doing, like band and clubs and that.
Yeah, but I never did anything like that. Like I think I did theater club in high school, and then eventually I said F this.
Yeah.
And it was just because of all the obnoxious people in the class. So that's kind of my issue here, is I didn't like school, period. Even to this day, when I meet teachers that I kind of liked in high school, I tend to want to flip them off in my head because I'm just like, oh, you remind me of that time. So that's probably also why I don't necessarily get along with all the teachers. And Andrea's already given me that evil look. Yes, even the ones that we liked, I don't get along with them to this day, especially some of them who are kind of preachy. Just saying, for the record. I think Andrea's officially mad at us. She's not talking to us anymore.
What?
She's here. I promise she is. She's just getting mad at us because we're not paying attention to any of the footage that's going on right now.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
It's Pokemon.
Yeah.
We're taking on trainers.
It's Pokemon.
That's what we gotta do.
Speaking more of Gotta Catch 'Em Alls, so Andrew, you gonna finally sit down and watch the Card Captor Sakura all the way through? All 70 episodes?
In the sub.
In the sub.
Yeah, I guess
think
eventually.
watching the NIS dub would actually cost me a pain from across the house.
Yeah.
I never said I was gonna watch that dub.
Well, good luck trying to find the other one.
I don't think you'll find the Canadian dub.
They should just put it on DVD.